Dean Von Music podcast show right here in Las Vegas, Nevada.
This ain't a place for PG-13. Coming in if you want to blow off steam.
Get ready for a night of misfits and rock stars as the Dean Von Music podcast show brings you Death by Overkill.
I don't wanna always watch what I say.
Call in live to chat with the band, hear behind-the-scenes stories, and maybe even win a free Dean Von Music podcast mug featuring Death by Overkill. Streaming live from Las Vegas, Nevada.
Sometimes I
There they are in the waiting room. Welcome to the Dean Von Music podcast show.
Hey
there.
Hey, hold on. Let me turn off my speakers over here. Hang on. I got 3 laptops going on. I'm playing your music everywhere tonight. I think I know your music better than you do. I've been listening 5 times
Challenge
a day.
accepted.
How are you guys doing tonight?
Doing great, Dean. How about you?
Awesome. And I want to thank you guys for joining the show tonight. I know you got busy schedules, and you guys are all probably have day jobs, all that good stuff.
Unfortunately.
So thanks for joining the Dean Von Music podcast show tonight. I really appreciate you making the grade. Thank you very much. There's the other guy right there. That must be, let me see who that is. That would be Jake, who just showed up, Jonovich, right?
Yes.
We got Stacy, dead center right there. Stacy's the singer. Can't mistake her. And we got in the front there, I just clicked on your website. Oh, there you guys are. William is on the left-hand side, or my left. He's wearing that yellow logo T-shirt there. And then we got Elliot Nutt right there in the back with the hat on. Everyone say hi to Elliot.
Hi, Elliot.
Hi, Elliot. I'm an alcoholic. My name is Dean. Thanks, you guys, for making it out here tonight. I got some songs lined up for the audience tonight. I got your website up, so I see you shared some videos on there. I'll be playing some of your videos, and then we do a post-edit. So this is the live show tonight, guys, and this is kind of like the live, so we can have people call in. We can have the chat live on my screen over here. We'll have hopefully we get a bunch of people in there tonight asking you questions, and then we also do a call-in on the show. So people can call in and they can ask you questions, and they win a free Dean Von Music podcast mug. That's to the first caller in. So everybody get your phones ready. When you see the screen, give a call into the show and talk to the band. And so, again, I want to thank you guys for showing up tonight. I'm going to make the rounds. I got some music. I got Muffin Fluff. You guys got some crazy fucking songs out there. I mean, I was playing the Cock Cat Carousel. What the heck is that?
welcome to the freak show.
Yeah, I love it, man. Welcome to the freak show. So I've been playing that one. I love your voice.
From the crazy tree.
It reminds me of so many different singers along the lines of, Gwen. Some of the singers that have a little bit of modern edge, and you still have that rock and roll voice too. Or you can get down if you want, but you got that very modern sound, which is what radio's looking for, record companies are looking for. You have it.
Much appreciated. Thanks.
Oh yeah, you guys got what it takes, man, just to climb the charts. It's tough. This is a tough business we're in. I'm a musician myself. I was the lead singer for Danger back in the 80s. I played thousands of concerts, and I played with Van Halen back in the day, and Guns N' Roses was coming in when I was headlining Hollywood at the time. So I've been doing this a long, long time, and I decided to do a podcast show so I could talk to all my fellow musicians and colleagues. So I want to thank you guys. Now, I would like to kind of do a round robin so everyone can kind of get to know you guys one-on-one. I'll probably start over there with, is it William?
Yeah.
William, where are you at? There you are. So if I call your name, just kind of bring yourself a little bit centered, or just doesn't matter, just so people can see your beautiful faces. Let me turn this music down a little bit. William, so tell me, I don't know okay, I'm going to ask all of you, who are the founding or original members of this band?
We all are.
You all are?
Well, Jake came on a little later.
I'm the second guitar player.
Okay.
These are the three originals here.
Okay, good. So I'm with the founding members of Death by Overkill. Who's the newest person in the band?
Jake is Baby Jake.
Baby
Sweet
Jake?
we
All
call
right,
him.
so I got you numbered, Jake. I'm going to be picking on you tonight a little bit. I'm going to be asking you. I probably won't pick on you too much because they know more than you do about the origination. I'm just guessing.
Touche.
William, tell me a little bit about your career. When did you get started? And also tell me the instrument you play, because I forgot.
Yes, I bring the bass bombs. So
There you go. Okay.
they let me play bass in this band, which is
Nice.
I am, and we do 4-part harmonies in this band, so I get to do a little singing.
I heard you guys have some killer harmonies, and I've been listening. Tell me about it.
Yeah, I think this band was founded off the idea that we're allowed to go and basically do things we're not normally allowed to do in other bands.
I like that. Thinking out of the box.
So, but all of us are singers. All of us could easily.
So everyone in the band sings.
Everybody sings. We all play different instruments. So it's
Very good. I like that.
great. But it's just this is where we landed. But we may switch it up. Who knows?
Well, take me back when you started playing music. I don't know how old you are, but it doesn't matter. So take me all the way back to high school. Were you a band geek like me?
No, I think I was doing military school and theater.
Oh, okay.
Those two things, the two options.
Nothing wrong with that. Tell me how you got into music.
This band, when after I got out of theater school, learning Queen's English.
There you go.
But after that, I heard this band on, and this was at the time in the early 2000s where everything was very tangible, and still it was like these are bands that you can tell what's going on. And I remember just thinking, I was like, is that a band? Is that a singer? And then I was like, I could do that. Yeah, and then after that, I was off. I jumped on Craigslist and started finding band members, and that was the band that brought me to Seattle, which is where I am now.
Okay.
That was Veritas, and then after that, we're off to the races. So I was in the Slants and the Adarna. And then in that meantime, Stace was like, let us make this band called Death by Overkill. And I was like, no, I cannot. I'm too important.
Sounds like a heavy metal band, like a heavy thrash.
Yeah,
Death by Overkill.
So, but yeah, joined the group and started this together. And it started as just having a good time. And honestly, it was like a lot of things where sometimes the industry just gets too heavy and there's so much politics and about it, and so much pressure to do things. And this set out as just being fun, So so
you're having a good time.
Yes, yeah.
In this band.
I think so. They hate me, but I like them.
Let me jump over to Stacy. Stacy, tell me a little bit about your career. How'd you get started?
I got started in about the mid 90s,
Wow.
back in the post-grunge era Seattle music scene.
There you go.
And, I think my first band back then, Pingo In, was more kind of on the industrial gothy kind of rock side.
Gotcha.
Many bands later with these guys. I've been Yeah, just sticking with it forever.
Do you have any formal training? You got a great voice. When did you start
Thank
singing?
you. I didn't start singing until that, actually just before that project, so mid 90s, early 90s. Um, and I did have one lesson with a vocal coach because I had terrible anxiety, like stage fright, and
We all
I
get that, right? We get that.
everything sounded good in the recordings, and then I hit the stage for the first time and basically choked, did two songs, left the stage and never went back. And so then
We
I
all
got
get
to,
but we all get the butterflies. That's not, that's something we
sure,
all get.
butterflies are great, butterflies are good, but not knowing how to breathe was a huge hindrance.
Yeah.
So
You got to breathe.
the vocal coach just gave me basically like, she's like, I don't want to overtrain you. I can make you sound like whatever, but
Right.
you got a good natural thing. I'm just going to give you some breathing techniques so that you don't have a panic attack again.
I agree with I had a vocal coach for a while. She was Elizabeth Sabine. She was also Queen's Right vocal coach, Jeff Tate. And me and Jeff were both singing under her. And she just would take you and listen to your voice and go, I'm just going to make you stronger.
Nice.
Teach you how to breathe, use your diaphragm, all that stuff.
Yep.
So she was really good for my career because I would lose my voice constantly because I'm like an AC/DC guy. I'm always screaming, and I would lose my voice. I'm like, God, this is really horrible. I have to cancel shows. But tell me a little bit more about, so how did this band get started?
Well, we all we're in different bands. We've all been in different bands, and we had our friend Jeff Campbell, who was in Static and Surrender, but that was not the band that was coming through. He had a new project, right? Or was it his solo?
It was him.
It was his solo. Anyway, he came through Seattle and needed an opener, and we reached out to other bands and couldn't find anybody. So we decided to form a band for a night based
Okay.
off of the people we played together with for a local charity we do every Christmas time.
Nice.
So that's kind of what it was born out of. And then after a show being under our belt, and we did all covers back then. But then, we had so much fun. We just thought we'd see where it went and try writing originals, and the rest is history.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Well, let me back down to, let's see, what was your name again? I knew that was going to happen.
Jake and Elliot back here.
We got Elliot. Let me go to Elliot because I want to pick on Jake last.
Yes.
So, Elliot, tell me a little bit about your, instruments you've played, when you got started, and how you met these wonderful people.
Well, going way back, I was drawn to drums by a Navy band coming to my elementary school. I know the moment they came in and did Barney Miller theme song, and when those drums came in, listen to it today. It's pretty sick.
Yeah.
And I was
Barney
like,
Miller. Wow.
Yes. Weird, like a Navy band, and that song is what made me want to play drums. Anyway, I bought my own drums years later. Been in a bunch of bands playing out since the 1990s as well. Done some touring and things, and we just kind of came together, and it was just super fun vibe, great chemistry, and cool music. And
Yeah.
at this point, what more do you want? So.
Chemistry is important.
Yep.
And getting along is important.
Yeah.
Huge.
These are friends, not just bandmates. So
Almost family.
Yeah.
Almost family, right? I mean, a band, I've been in 4 pretty big bands. They were all 10 and 15-year runs. Mm-hmm. And there's times when my bass player wanted to kill me. He's like, I got wasted the night before, couldn't make it to the recording studio, and he'd put me up against the wall and he'd strangle me. I'm going to kill you. And that's, just like a family, like a brother. And he would get so mad at me because I'd get so fucked up. And anyway, I made it through. We had 3:00 in the morning. I'm doing a vocal session. We got the midnight hours because it was cheaper to record in the Hollywood studios. I was down in North Hollywood. So after midnight, we had a lot of breaks, like half price. And we would just go in the studio and record all night long. And that's usually when I did my vocal tracks, was 3 a.m. or whatever. A little bit of blow and a bottle of Jack Daniels, and I was good to go. And so that was the 80s. That was the 80s. I don't know about
you're
today.
alone there.
But what kind of bass do you play? I got a lot of musicians that watch the show. What kind of bass do you play? I'm sorry. What kind of drums do you play?
Oh, I play DWs.
DWs. Nice. I love that set.
simple Pacifics, but they're real nice. They serve me well. I've had them for a long time. I actually bought them on a tour. I was supposed to return them to a music store I won't mention, but I loved them so much I shipped them home from New Orleans.
Nice, nice.
Playing them ever since.
I know the DW well. I play drums as well.
Yeah.
And I played a Tama kit. I had a Rogers kit. I had a Ledwig kit. I did a little bit of jazz. I was only 5 years old. I started playing drums. I was hitting pots and pans, and my mom sang in a jazz band. And she sat me down on a 3-piece crown set. If you remember the old Sparkle crown set. Yeah. And I did the rumba. I had the sticks and I would slap them on the side of the drum, and I did like a rumba. Man, I love the drums. But I ended up playing piano, and then I ended up being a songwriter. But I love the drums, man. Without the drums, the band does not exist at all.
It's fairly foundational, I would argue.
Oh, drums and bass. If you don't have the drums and bass, everything just goes to shit.
But guess what? You can have great rhythm section, and then you put a shitty singer on top of it, and guess what? That also sucks.
Well, you don't have that situation with Death by Overkill.
No,
you got Stacy up front there. So I'm going to move over to the new guy, Jake. What's up, Jake?
How's it going?
It's like I'm doing that insurance commercial. What's up, Jake?
Yeah, State Farm.
State Farm. There you go. First time you got that right. Run me back. Tell me about your career and then when you met these crazy misfits.
Well, I actually I met Will way before this was ever even a thing. He was a vocal instructor on Craigslist, and I was like, oh, I'll hit this guy up for some vocal lessons. So that's
wow, vocal instructor. Damn.
Yeah, I mean, God, that was probably what
1,500 years ago.
Damn.
Between 15 and 20 years ago. And we just kind of remained friends ever since. But I started playing music since I was 5 years old. I played the upright bass in a Croatian folk music group. So
wow.
I started playing at 5 years old, and I got to tour Croatia and, just playing all the time. And then as I got a little older, I heard some AC/DC and some Jimi Hendrix, and I was like, oh my God, this is the coolest shit I've ever
heard. Yeah.
So kind of shifted gears there and have been, I'm primarily a drummer, and I've played in many bands and all that stuff. This is actually the first band that I played guitar in.
Okay.
I've played guitar ever since, I was, 11 years old, but I've never actually played in a band before. So when the opportunity presented itself, Will asked me, he's like, hey, heard you playing guitar and you don't suck. I was like,
Are you're the only guitar player in the band on stage?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so Will asked me to do that, and I was like, you know what, I'd love to see what it's like playing guitar in a band, and I fell in love with it. But so yeah, I love playing with these guys. I've loved playing.
You forget
guitar.
that you showed us a riff on the smallest amp I've ever fucking seen. He's like, check this out, Will. I was like, that's unusually good, and that's a terrible amp. Yeah, man.
I'm guessing you guys are multi-talented. You all play different instruments.
Yeah.
You kind of cross-play a little bit of it.
You play the skin flute, brother. You.
No skin flute on the show tonight. We got kids watching. That's pretty awesome. And you got Stacy. Now, Stacy, you're in good company. I've never had a band that could sing harmonies, except for I had a bass player once that sang. But when I would point at the guitar player, I said, no, I'm not singing. And the drummer never sang. And so I just relied on my bass player to sneak in some harmonies. We were kind of like heavy at the time, so it didn't really matter too much. You guys have some really nice melody and harmonies going on with your music. Some crazy names here. Cock Carousel, I've been listening to that one. It's crazy.
Well, our credo is, I dare you. Like, hold my beer, son. Like, if we think it's crazy, we're going to do it.
Carousel, cock, carousel, welcome to the freak show.
Love it, man. I love it. Cock Carousel. I'm going to get into some of your songs here in a little bit.
Don't fall too far from the crazy tree.
So tell me, you guys have you got a lot of attention up on Spotify and some of the streaming sites. How long have you been published or your music's been out there for people to listen to as Death by Overkill? You want to answer that, Stacy?
I feel like we're coming up on like 7 years.
Yeah,
That
sure.
sound right?
7 years. That's a good run.
Yeah.
You know, things start to happen at like
Comes to
3
an
and
end,
5.
guys. Comes to an end.
That's pretty cool. And you guys have all been together for, when did you have Jake? How long has Jake been in the band?
We gave birth to Jake around
2019.
I think 2019.
Okay, so you're not really the new guy. You've been in there for a while, Jake.
Yeah.
I was thinking you were the new guy like last week or a couple months ago.
And it was nice because we all lived real close to each other. So when COVID hit, like a lot of our bands, our other bands, they did not survive. But
gotcha.
since we were like so close, we're just like, hey, we're a little
Come
bubble
on over.
so we
Come
can
on
still,
over. Yeah.
you know, our wives all get along. So it's nice too, and we can all have our own bubble of people and keep it going and not.
No, that's really cool.
That didn't kill us during.
Now you guys are in. Are you guys based in Seattle, Washington?
Yep.
Okay, not a bad place to be. It's beautiful down there.
It is this time of year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it hot down there? Does it get hot?
It's 80 today.
Oh
I mean,
God.
that's pretty warm for us.
Yeah.
And I had 100. I had 107 yesterday and 101 today.
That's hot.
That's
Yeah.
Vegas.
Toasty,
And the
That's
sun
right.
is. You know, the sun. You see cars driving around where the hood is like the paint's been burnt off.
Yeah.
You know that they've been living in Nevada for quite a while.
Yeah.
And I put my truck in the garage. I have an F-150 and I put it in the garage, man. I'm like, the sun's out. I'm parking it in the garage. There's no way I'm letting my car do that. It's just the sun out here burns the paint off the car, just literally. You know, if you don't put it in the shade. But Seattle, Washington is beautiful down there. And you guys, okay, so I'm looking at your gig dates that are coming up. And you have September 11th, 2025, Seattle, Washington, Death by Overkill, and that doesn't say where that one's at. Where's that gig at?
It's at a club
Baba-
called Baba Yaga.
Mm-hmm.
A newer venue in Seattle. It's got a really cool old Seattle vibe.
Very cool.
It's technically part of the original Seattle Underground.
Oh, nice. Do people out there, it's pretty popular then?
It's pretty new, but yeah, they're picking up steam.
Seems to be doing well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let people know you're playing there tonight on the podcast show, Death by Overkill. And October 3rd in Yakima. Is that right, William?
Yeah.
Yakima, Washington, Death by Overkill. South Sound Riot, and then Stress Fed Addiction.
Mm-hmm.
Want to tell people about that gig, Stacy?
This is did we play this venue before? We played there once before, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty big club. Is it a pretty popular club?
Yeah, we're playing Bruising Q's.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
Bruising- okay.
We're Bruising Q's in Yakima, which Yakima's got a not too many venues out there, but you know, if you take a look at the map of America, you can see how we're kind of like stuck on the corner there. So when you start heading south or east, you really have to, you got to get a little bit ways out. So Yakima's one of the closer areas, and
It's wine country.
Yeah.
They have a lot of vineyards.
Ah, I love wine country,
when you
man.
pull into Yakima, there's a sign that says "Welcome to the Palm Springs of Washington."
Nice. Okay. Palm Springs.
Pretty funny.
I would say Napa Valley, somewhere down there. October 4th, the day after, Wenatchee? Is that Wenatchee?
Yep.
Yep.
Wenatchee, Washington. Death by Overkill is returning to Wally's.
yes,
Wenatchee. Wally's.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that gig.
Wally's House of Booze is one of our favorite places in the entire state of Washington to play. Ando,
Nice.
the guy that runs the place there, is just a peach, a gem of a dude, and has such a great, thriving, healthy music community that he nurtures, and everyone is supportive of one another, and just he's such a great guy, and we always have such a good time playing there.
Built-in
So it's a
crowd.
fun club. Yeah, pretty popular club.
Yeah,
Punk rock bar.
yeah,
It's fun.
Okay, they do
down
some
and
punk.
dirty. Yeah.
Okay, I like that. A little bit of punk. They do any heavy metal or any rock, blues.
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
So you do a little bit of everything.
yeah.
Gotcha. And then we got, oh wow, you guys are going to be busy in October. October 10th, Tacoma, Washington,
Mhm.
and it says Airport Tavern. Are you playing in the airport?
No, it's a venue. It's
Okay.
recently expanded, pretty good size venue. Are we allowed to say what that show is?
Yeah, we're allowed to. So that's with Rehab and Head PE. So that's
Okay.
so they're some pretty good artists from the early 2000s that still touring, and we're gonna go and
That'll be a big show.
and then we should have some other ones on that tour as well. So we'll see how that all. We'll announce those as those come out.
Are you guys, well, we won't go through your entire tour. I just wanted people to know what's coming up so they can
and they
watch
can
you guys.
find all of that on our website as well.
Yeah, and for people out there, go to deathbyoverkill.com. That's where I'm at right now. And they also have merchandise. You've got all your songs, your videos, bio on each one of you, which is cool, and some contact information. Is that right, guys?
Yep.
Yeah.
Deathbyoverkill.com. Got it.
Yeah, and our webcams too.
And your you got a webcam?
Webcam, Justin.
While you're sleeping, people can like log in and watch you sleep. That's kind of cool.
That way.
I mean,
Kind of like the bald eagle, the bald eagles that having babies. You guys seem like a really fun band. I think that, tell me about your live show. I mean, what can people look forward to when they come out to see you play live? What can they
good
expect?
time. I mean, we're super goofy, silly. We take the music seriously in that we want it to be good, but we don't take ourselves too seriously. And we just, if we're not having a fun time, then
Yeah.
we have a blast on stage. We're laughing the whole time, and I think the audience really feeds on that, and it's impossible to not have a good time watching.
That is important. So many bands, you see a band up there, they're real stiff and they just don't smile. And they're not saying hi to the crowd. It's like, I could watch this on a video program. I'm at a live concert. I want to join in. I used to, when I played live, I used to get people clapping. I would ask if there's birthdays out there. I would go out in the audience with my wireless 12-string, and I had my wireless mic, and I would sit at someone's table and say, "How are you guys doing tonight?" And I would be singing, and the band would be. So I love to interact with the crowd. That was my number one thing. I just love to do that. And the band would say, "Where did Dean go this time?" And I would be, like Gazzari's or the Whiskey. I'd be playing the Whiskey or on the Roxy, and I would just take off. And the band knew that I had vocal cues to kick back into the song again. And I would just go around and walk for like 15 minutes. The spotlight would follow me around the club, and I'd say, "How you doing? Thanks for coming tonight. Any birthdays out there? Blah, blah, blah." And I just love to do that, man. It was so fun. And I think that the crowd liked it too, because they felt part of the show, right? And I'm guessing you guys do something similar to that.
Elliot makes out with every single person just to make sure that they feel like they were seen, right?
If they can make it behind the kid, they get time.
They get to.
That's funny. You guys have some videos on the website. I want to play a video just so people can kind of see what you guys are like. Where are we at? Videos. I like your website. And thanks for putting that together. Your EPK, it just makes it easier for me as a podcaster and from someone from the outside. I get to know who you guys are real quick. And I love your merchandise. People go check out the website, deathbyoverkill.com. They got a lot of merch for sale, shirts, everything. But I'm looking at the videos right now. You got one that says "You're Mine." That's the big one. "You're Mine." Is that a song you guys like? Is that one you like to play?
Yeah,
we do love it.
Anything more about it?
Yes,
Does anyone have a favorite song you like to play on stage?
I really like "Nothing Nice to Say." I think that's super fun because you can. That's actually most of our songs. I think we kind of we just kind of made up something. We're like, "That's awesome, I love it." But these ones that song we actually had to train. Like, how the hell are we gonna do that at the same time? Like,
did you say nothing nice to say? Is that I think that might have been the one I played for the commercial.
I didn't hear it yet.
You haven't heard the commercial yet?
Yeah,
that's it. There it is right there. I think it's the one I've been playing on the commercial. Let me listen to it. Yeah, that's the one. I'm surprised you didn't see the commercial I've had out for 2 weeks now. I played it, and I picked this song because I was able to kind of talk over it. It was a really good song. and then I bring you in and I talk about the show. I love the guitar work in the back. Yeah, nice job, Jake, from State Farm. Nice job. I just love that harmony you're playing back there. You're kind of laying down like a drone behind the harmony. It's really cool. But that song, okay. Now, do you have a video on that one?
I don't know.
I'm looking at your videos and I don't see.
We do have one, I know, for probably one of my favorite ones to do live, which is Exit Stage Right, where Jake and I. Do we have a full video of that or just clips?
Exit Stage Right.
Yeah, Jake's singing the harmonies and the choruses on that one. Maybe we don't have that.
Bangkok Carousel is always a good time.
Yeah.
That one I definitely want to play, but I'm going to save that for later.
Yeah.
This one here is the one you have on the website. Let me see if I can go full screen real quick.
Yeah, I think on the website there's like Overhung was one of the was Jake's first show, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jake was so nervous he had never stood at a show before, I don't think.
The nerves were working.
And he didn't realize how huge he was. He's like, good God, look at the size of me. I'm towering over these people.
Well, that's funny.
He's normally sitting down behind the kid.
Started playing bigger guitars ever since.
That's right.
Uh-oh, what's that one? Death by Overkill. Got a few things going on here. I'm trying to get your video queued up here. Death by Overkill. Overhung 2020. There it is, Cock Carousel. I don't know why I like that song. It just sounds kind of cool.
It's a great song. Yeah, I think that was from our record release. This most recent one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do you guys mind if I play it?
That's
Yeah,
fine.
Please do.
I know you would say that. Hold on. Let me cue it up real quick. I'm going to crank it up first. Hold on. Let me get some, because I'm going to do some recording after this, and then I record this song in high fidelity and all that. So let me set it up real quick. Give me 1 second. See, I've got to optimize the video so it's a nice recording. So that's what takes me all this time. And when I'm done, I'll probably ask you for the MP4s if you have them, the ones that we do tonight. So I'll probably request those MP4s, whatever we play tonight, and I'll actually put the actual video in the podcast.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. Here we go. This is Death by Overkill, Cock Carousel at Flight Path, it says. Here we go. Let's play that. Hold on a second. Hold on. I want to. You guys are too fun. Can you see that when I played it?
Yeah.
Let's do it again. Here we go.
Welcome to the freak show.
Here we go. Very nice, very nice, very nice.
All right.
Very nice, guys. That was crazy. I like that little, it sounded like a carousel. What was that? Like a little flute organ? What is that?
Melodica.
A what?
Melodica.
I've never, as long as I've been in this business, I haven't heard of that instrument.
It's not oftenly played in a rock band.
So tell me a little
She
bit
gets a few
about.
melodica solos, and we're like, let's do it.
Well, nice job, Jake. You look really good out there, man. Yeah, you got some badass looking going on there, jamming with who was that? William? Or you're jamming with who are you jamming with out there? It was William. Jake and Will. Jake and Will up front, man. You guys get down. You guys get down up there, man.
I'm just trying to keep up with Will.
You're trying to keep up with Will.
It's a feat to see how low we can get.
Exactly.
That's pretty funny. No, that was definitely bad to the bone, guys. That was bad to the bone.
No, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks.
You know, I like George Thorogood. You know, I like to recite some of his stuff. Hold on a second. Where is he at? That was bad to the bone. So tell me a little bit about that song. Who wrote it, or did you all write it, and what is it about?
Oh, goodness.
We bargained with the devil for a melodica solo.
I'm just curious. I'm just curious. Is it anything sexual, or is it about something else?
Oh yeah.
It's. Do you want to take that one?
yeah, good.
We don't have to. We
Yeah.
can't go into too much detail, but
What inspired that song?
It was a quote. It was a quote from my father, R.I.P. I wish he would have been around to hear it because it's amazing.
God bless his soul.
Yeah, and it was basically his explanation of an ex of mine's mother's past.
Maybe I shouldn't ask that question.
That's dancing around it enough, right?
it's dancing. Yeah. I like to draw inspiration from the world around me, friends. No one's safe.
But nobody knows. They hear a title and they just assume the song is about something. And there's much deeper meaning to a song. And usually it's different than what we thought, you know. And that's why sometimes I'll ask that question. A song will give you a different representation based on the title, but it's really about something completely different sometimes. So sometimes I'll ask that. You guys have quite a few songs. 10, you have, okay, more videos. We'll play another one later. If there's a favorite, let me know and I'll play it. And also, I want to let people know, call in tonight to the show. I have the first caller in wins a mug tonight. You win a Dean Vaughn Music podcast mug, and it's featuring Death by Overkill. They're on the front. It's
Scott Holland, I know you're listening. You got a chance to.
So call in, just call in, and I'll send you that mug. They're beautiful 11-ounce coffee mug. And let me put up the screen so you can at least Where's it at? Actually have a picture of it. Where's it at?
It's right there.
Can you see it? Can you see the mug? Where am I at?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's right over your right shoulder for us.
Let me get out of the way. There it is.
Ah,
Look at that.
So that is the this is talk to the band segment. Let me see who's on chat tonight. Is all the people that are on chat, I usually like to reference them, or at least give them a shout out. And let me see here. Where's the chat at? Oh, chat. There you are. Oh, we got a few people on there tonight.
Hey, Brian.
Brian Moore is on there from Curtain Call Records.
What's up?
Keeping an eye on you. Curtain Call Records. I love the song structure and catchy riffs. Brian Moore. And we have Lois Larimore. Hey, everyone. Thank you so much. Of course, she's my other half. She's in there chatting. And we have, who else do we got? And I probably forgot to tell you guys, pass out the phone number, because I sent you the share link and it has all the numbers, but sometimes I forget to tell you, have people call into the show. So if you're watching the show or you're listening to the show, I will give you the phone number. It's area code 669-444-9171. That's area code 669-444-9171 in the USA. The meeting ID to get in is 702-927-2226. That's 702-927-2226. That's the secret code to get in. Give us a call right now. I'd like to get some outside questions for the band, especially somebody who has seen you play or is a big fan of the band. Those are the best calls. And then sometimes they get calls of people who are just fans of the show. They like to call in and talk to the band anyway. But you win a free music podcast mug. I ship that out to you. It's a beautiful glazed mug, dishwasher safe. And you can see the picture of the band is on the front. It's a beautiful mug. It comes in 5 colors: black, red, purple, pink, and red. I don't know. It's got all kinds of cool colors. But call into the show. I'll give the number out in about a few minutes. So just to remind you, if you're driving down the road, some people watch the show while they're driving. That's how I listen to podcasts. I just turn on my phone and I throw it in the seat and listen to the podcast. But some people do watch, and they watch it from their phone or they're watching from the computer. But I'm gonna get back to the band here about what are you guys planning on doing as far as recording new albums, new songs? Do you have, just tell people where they can get your music, where you would like them to go to get your music, and do you have anything new coming up this year?
Mm-hmm.
Who wants to take that?
Well, we can, you can find all of our music streaming in all the usual places, the places that don't pay. So
I'm glad you said that. Now, would you rather have them go to your website? Can they get the music?
I would love it if you would go to our website and
Or come to a show and buy a record.
When in the U.S. we can ship a record too.
Yeah.
We found out we shipped a record internationally and it costs way too much. So we're like, sorry.
Yeah,
So domestic U.S., you would rather ship your music locally
we
or
can ship
domestic?
you a record. Yeah, we had just put out our second album. Our album, "Come at Me, Bro," came out in November.
I saw that. Very nice.
And we had it pressed to hot pink vinyl, so it's
Wow,
pretty cool. Special edition.
that's impressive.
Yeah, we're pretty excited about it and still trying to get that out there. So that's the newest thing. But of course, as you do, once you release something, you start working on the next thing. So we're already 3 songs deep into album 3.
Mm-hmm.
3 or
Good.
4.
You're staying ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
Yes. Trying to.
That's very smart. I'm looking at your website right now, Death by Overkill. You got some T-shirts, very nice. I probably should share that. T-shirts, tunes. There's your, let me just share the website real quick. You guys can still talk, by the way, but let me share the website real quick so people can kind of get an idea what you're about. Hang on a second. There we go. So we can still chat. So everyone, you're looking at the Death by Overkill website.
Yep.
and I'm on the merchandise menu option. They got T-shirts, and then down to the tunes, we got the vinyl. Come at me, bro. And shipping. Does that include shipping, or it's $30? Do they get shipping for free?
That includes the shipping, I think.
So domestic US, they get shipping.
Yeah.
But don't quote us on that.
Okay, so you got a CD out there. Hold my beer, son. $8. That's a good price.
Mhm.
Is that an EP? How many songs are on that?
That's an EP.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can get that EP, Hold My Beer, Son, and go to the website, deathbyoverkill.com, and they got tunes. They got all kinds of, sexy wear. Wonder what that's about. Is there any panties on there or bras? What's going on? You see here.
Is there a market for that?
I've got panties on my website, I swear to God. And it says Dean Vaughn Music on them. There's the T-shirts. Love it.
We
I love your
do
logo.
Death by Overkill cod pieces.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. And I just wanted to take a peek at your merch here real quick. Merch, and then we got media, tour dates. You can get everything on the website there. For those of you who want to know more about Death by Overkill, go to the website. I'm glad because, you'd be surprised, and you guys are definitely got it all together. But so many bands, we don't have a website. Just stream our music. And I'm like, you're not getting paid for that, right? You just, you're giving away your music basically. You have an iTunes account, whatever. And I always encourage the young bands, mostly it's the young guys. And I go, you guys, put together a place where people can go buy your merchandise and the money goes in your pocket. It doesn't go out here and get broken down into a fraction of a penny per play, right? Because that's kind of Spotify and iTunes. But it's kind of like it's a double-edged sword. So we have these streaming sites to let people know listen to my music. Now, if you like me, come to my show.
Right.
Or come to my website and buy my album. The fact that you did vinyl, I think that's really cool. Because I always ask them, did you do any vinyl? No, we're not. Well, someday we'll do vinyl. Do it now. If you got songs out there, get them. I think it's awesome. And tell me a little bit about that. I'm from the 80s, man. Vinyl big, and then vinyl went away. Now it's coming back again. Yeah. Tell me a little bit why you did vinyl, and just give me your thoughts on why did you create a vinyl album for the audience?
Well, it was the first time for all of us. None of us have had music on a record before. So we were pretty excited to do that as a first time thing. But also, I think other bands out there can relate when you get a CD order. You just inevitably are stuck with so much stuff.
Right.
And we were able to do a small limited run of records. So it made sense, you pay more, but how cool is it? How cool is it?
They look way cooler than a CD.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I want to do vinyl. I really do. And I love the new age vinyl, I call it. The fluorescent green 45 gauge vinyl. It's like this thick. And it's they have it fluorescent yellow, green, purple, whatever you want. It's like the new vinyl today. They would have freaked out, back in the 70s and 80s, right? And tell me a little bit about that process. Was it expensive, for a lot of the new bands?
It is. It's expensive, but I think that we're pretty fair about when we sell them. We're not marking up a lot. It's what they cost us, and
Yeah.
So.
You're basically giving them away, just recouping your cost.
We kind of figured, as CDs are kind of phased out now. A lot of people don't even have CD players,
right?
Or in their house anymore. So
right.
I know that there's a lot of people that come to shows that want something tangible in their hands that they could buy. So we figured this would be a good way to kind of, be cool in the sense that we're putting out vinyl, but something tangible that somebody can buy at the show that they can go home and listen to on the record player. Also, the cool thing that I enjoy about records is you are listening to the record. You're not flipping through songs on your phone or a mix. It's you're listening to the record in its entirety, which is really fun to do when you're listening to a band and see what their whole body of work does and says instead of just a song.
I agree 100%. I think it's awesome that you guys did that. I encourage all musicians, all artists, put your stuff on something tangible, right? Everyone can download your music. I think that's awesome that people can reach you. I'm in 105 countries with this podcast show. So your music will be played in Germany, Australia, Finland, Japan, China. And, I don't have a lot of viewers in each country, but they're listening. Maybe 10 here, 15 there, 20 here. In Germany, I interview bands from all over the world. And the fact that we can play your music in 105 countries is amazing, because I couldn't do that in the 80s.
Yeah.
For me to play a song for you, I had to go to your living room and play it. I had to go, and we'd had to have dinner, and I would have to play it for you in your living room, because we didn't have the reach. I just didn't have the reach, man. I had cassettes. Remember cassette tapes?
Yeah, they're
8
making a
track.
resurgence.
Remember 8 tracks?
Oh yeah.
Let's go back to 4 tracks. And when the digital age came about, that was called a DAT machine. Do you remember the DAT?
I do. Yeah.
Okay, so that's where I'm from. When I finally went digital, CDs weren't out yet. It was a DAT machine. It was a bit like a big cassette tape. If you've seen a DAT tape, they're a little thicker. It kind of went and then went away. And I did a live recording, and it was one of the first digital recordings my sound man did. And it was really weird because everything was just on or off, right? Digital. And there was no analog wave. There was it was weird. I could hear everything. Everything was so dynamic and so precise. They could hear if you dropped a drumstick, you could hear it. It's just everything was so, live. And when you went to mix it, he told me it was kind of a nightmare. He made it sound pretty good, but you needed a lot of outboard gear, some analog gear to kind of smooth it out, make it sound bitchin', make it sound live. But digital was that was a big adjustment for a lot of sound companies, to go from analog to digital. And then finally, when they, you hear about these stories like Led Zeppelin albums, they could hear people talking in the recording booth.
Yep.
That they never heard before.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So when we went digital, man, it picked up things that people never heard before, which was kind of cool, actually. You could hear Keith Moon dropping a drumstick or just some weird shit. And it's like, it just was a whole crazy time. Hey, guys, I think we got a call in. Ooh, and it's from the 425 area code. Sound familiar?
Yeah.
Huh? I think it might be someone from your area, your neck of the woods over there. Let's bring them in. I'm gonna go gallery on the view so we don't see the phone number. Let's bring them in.
All right.
Welcome to the Dean Von Music podcast show, and you are in the Talk to the Band segment. Who do we have?
Oh, my name is Scott.
Hi, Scott. How are you, sir?
Hey,
First,
you have Death by Overkill there?
Yes, but I want to thank you for calling into the show first, Scott. We've got to interview.
Yeah, no problem. I had to type in a bunch of numbers, and it took me 2 or 3 tries.
Do you know this band pretty well?
Yeah, I've seen them a couple of times. They're really good, huh?
It sounds like they know you. Tell me the story.
I got to know Will by going to some shows from his old band, the Adarna. Have you guys talked about the Adarna yet?
You're the first, Scott.
Oh my gosh! And then I met Stacy because she's she had a thing with Will, a romantic thing.
Why don't you tell me about that?
I think they're married now. you can ask them.
See, this is why I like the call-ins, guys.
Well, I will tell you this though. One time I was asking Stacy what was the moment where you knew that Will was the one for you, and she said it was it was when we started farting around each other, and it was okay.
That's not true. You did
Oh God.
That is very on brand for
Thanks, Scott.
But they're both wonderful people and very sweet people. And then once they started playing with Death by Overkill, you know, I met those other guys, and Elliot's just one of the most amazing drummers around. And I play a little myself, and I just love to watch him. He's just he's so dynamic back there, and he's always playing, and he's always doing extra stuff, but it's never too much for the music. He's one of my favorite drummers to watch. He's really good.
Right on, Scott.
Nice compliment. He's a great drummer. I can hear
Thank
it.
you. Next to an excellent
Jake
one.
is also a
about-
tremendous drummer, even though he doesn't play in this band.
Truth.
Tell me about the shows that you've been to, and are they exciting to watch?
Yeah, these guys are great performers. Yeah, they put on a great show. They Will especially has a ton of energy. They're always having fun up on stage, and you could be happy and entertained watching any one of them while they're playing. And they will interact with the crowd sometimes, well, especially if the crowd is obnoxious. And it's just a fun time. They don't take themselves too seriously. They know that they're there to have fun, and they want you to have fun too. So they're one of my favorite bands to go out and watch.
All right.
Oh.
Right on, Scott.
Oh, we love you, Scott.
You rock, Scott.
Did you buy one of their vinyl albums yet, Scott?
No, we did.
No, I haven't bought their vinyl album. I don't have a record player, but Jake does. Not that Jake, but my Jake has a record player. So
Is that Jake from
should buy
State
one.
Farm? Which Jake is that? Jake from State Farm?
It's Jake from Jake's Wedding.
Jake's wedding?
Yeah,
That's pretty cool, man. You're a big fan, sounds like.
yeah. I'm a big fan, and one of the things that I think these guys should talk about is they're all in these other amazing bands too that are doing things right now. And if they haven't mentioned those things, I really think they should, because Death by Overkill is really cool, but these guys are doing all kinds of other cool stuff on the music scene here as well.
Tell me about it.
No, have them tell you about it.
We've been talking, and I haven't got around to that, but you're kind of giving me some fuel for the fire there.
Have Stacy tell you about the Furniture Girls first.
Furniture Girls. I was going to get around to talking about some of the previous bands, Moody, Mickelson,
So
Static, Surrender, and all that. Slants, the Highsteppers, Furniture Girls, the Adarna, and I had Voyager One, and is that TokyoIdaho?
Yes.
Hellbot and Van EPS.
Yep. Van Epps.
Okay, it's Epps. Okay, I wasn't sure. Tell me which one of those bands. Well, Scott, tell me have you seen all those bands, or?
I've seen a bunch of them. I've seen the Adarna. I think probably almost maybe more than anyone else on the planet.
Okay. So
But,
you were a big Adarna fan. Okay.
Yeah, I was a big Adarna fan, but they're on hiatus right now, so it's probably best that we don't talk about the Adarna.
Hey, you brought this up, man.
You know, sometimes when you step in the doo-doo, you got to play with it. So tell me about Adarna.
Yeah, but the Adarna is a great sort of alternative rock band. They had I don't know, 2.5 albums and a bunch of great songs, great performances. They went on tour a few times. It was Will's band. He's the guitar player and the singer in that. So a little bit different than Death by Overkill, but
Will, you were the lead singer in that?
fantastic.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah,
I'm learning a lot about the band
singer.
right now. I'm learning a lot. Keep talking.
It's a good call.
These all four of these guys are actually great singers. They sometimes do 4-part harmonies on stage, and in their other bands they sing quite a bit too.
I think it's good to have multiple singers in a band. You don't find that very much. I would say 1% of the bands I talk to, they all sing. Very rare.
Yeah, we love.
And we're great.
Yeah,
kissers.
I think. Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying, Scott, and we're great kissers too.
We're starting to get kinky over here. Hey, Scott. Scott, where
Will's baseline is.
where are you at tonight, Scott? Tell the audience where you're at.
I'm in the upstairs bonus room folding laundry.
And that does not surprise me. You want to win the free mug tonight, don't you, Scott?
I guess I'm in the sort of the Snohomish area of Washington, Snohomish, Mill Creek kind of area.
Okay.
And of course, he wants the mug.
He wants the mug.
Scott, I'm going to need you to send me to my email your address so I can send you that beautiful mug you see on the screen there.
Dope.
You're the first caller in tonight, so you win the mug, which is kind of cool. Yeah. I love to give stuff away. I really do. I'd give away more stuff if I could, but I can't afford it.
Nice. I didn't mean to derail your guys' conversation, but
no, you added to it. You added to it. Thank you.
You are the conversation.
One couple of other mentions. You should have Elliot tell you about his Baby Crow Flight School band, and then Jake's got this really cool new band called The Drowning Kind that I've been listening to a lot lately. That he plays drums in that. He's super amazing drum player. And
wow, guitar player, drummer, and singer.
Talk about. Oh, he's amazing, and he's it's.
Maybe I should do an interview with Jay.
He's an excellent hugger. He's got 2 kids, and they're both alive still. So he must be a very good dad.
Doing something right.
His wife's super cool. Yeah.
Well, geez, Scott, you're making me blush.
Yeah. you should definitely have them talk about those bands too, because they're really cool.
Well, we could be here for 3 hours. I want to try to stay focused on the band, the Death by Overkill if we can. But I understand. That's why I always ask them individually, when did you get started in music? What bands were you in? Blah, blah, blah. Because sometimes a one-on-one will go 15, 20 minutes. And I'll get each one of your perspective or what you did in music and what the bands you were in. And I have a whole list of bands on my bio screen here. And oh my gosh, Voyager One, what do we got? Powerhouse bands featuring members from legendary acts like Furniture Girls. Interesting name. And now I got to be honest with you. I haven't heard of any of these bands. And
What?
I'm kind of a heavy metal.
These are enormous.
They're legendary.
I know. I'm a heavy metal guy. Furniture Girls, the Highsteppers, the Adarna, the Slants, Voyager One. I mean, this is a lot of stuff going on here. And was there music recorded in all of those bands, Stacy? All of those bands and William?
Yep.
Okay, so you guys have a ton of music between you individually as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
It sounds like. And Jake, an amazing guitar player, singer. Now I know he's a drummer. I mean, you guys are multi-talented. Do you guys pretty much stick to Death by Overkill, or do you play in these other bands now where, somebody can't make it because they're doing another show?
Oh, I mean, we as Death by Overkill will never fill in with other people anymore. but we.
So you guys exclusive as Death by Overkill? You guys are okay.
So if we're not all available, then we're not doing the show.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah,
So you don't let it take over, like interrupt, like I can't play tonight because I'm doing another gig.
Occasionally
Well,
stuff
yeah.
happens.
But,
Okay.
But it's all about, I think the thing we're good at communicating our schedules with each other.
Sure.
and
Sure.
about what our goals are, and then we
Yeah.
can roll with it. So the nice thing is, since this is more, we're all buds and
Gotcha.
we can communicate with, my band wants to do a record release this date, and we're like, okay, well then we should let you deal with that, and then we'll catch you afterwards if you're not doing a show. but we'll plan it out. So we're not going to just go and like, are you available?
Well, you guys are fairly serious because you are signed by Curtain Call Records. You're on a label. This band is official. It's legitimate, and it's on the road. You guys got tours planned. You have records out there. You have songs being played. So people want to see you guys play, of course. So that's why I try to.
Wants to see us.
I try to stay focused on the one band because this show can quickly get out of control with everything that you guys have done, and that's pretty awesome. But at the same time, I don't think we have 4 hours to sit here and talk about everything you guys have done. And I've been in 4 or 5 bands myself. So, but anyway, and we're not. Scott, do you have anything else you want to ask the band or talk about?
I had let me check my checklist of questions here. No, thank you so much for having me on. I just had one last question. Who in the band sweats the most, and then is that a problem for other people in the band ever?
Do you wear antiperspirant?
No.
As long as you don't stink. Right?
They'll never. It's my protective slime.
Pretty close.
Yeah. I'd say maybe Elliot, but he changed his wardrobe so fast you wouldn't notice. Yeah.
Always bring up a change of shirt after a gig.
I'm guilty of that. I would go through 5 shirts during a gig. Literally, they'd be soaking wet. Not because I'm out of shape. I just sweat a lot.
That means you're working.
I'm
You
working.
live in Vegas, one or the other.
Yeah, no, I go through a lot of wardrobe. I go through 4 or 5 wardrobe during a show. And that's just, I think that's because you're getting down, man. You're singing, you're busting it out 110%. You guys sound like that kind of band. Scott, anything else you want to add to the show?
Nope.
Thanks for calling, Scotty.
Thanks, Scott.
Scott, write down my email address, please, and send me your address. Send it to Dean, DEAN, at deanvonmusic.com.
Got it.
deanvonmusic.com.
Thanks, guys.
Send me your info. Thank you, Scott.
Thanks, Scott.
Thanks for calling in,
Bye.
Scott. All right.
I gotta say, but Scott is one of the best fans you can ever have because he's really supportive of everything. If he likes something, he'll actually listen to your music and actually do that. And that's the kind of people we hope that we always get to be in front of. When we meet someone like that, it's really special. They go out of their way to it makes the work worth it.
I'm glad he called in because, like I said earlier, it's always nice when a big fan, calls in, or even a good friend.
Yeah.
I'd rather have that. Huh?
We don't like it.
You don't like him, but he's a big fan. I want to play some of your music. I've got some songs lined up here. You're Mine. What would you, Stacy, what would you classify this song if you had to pick a genre?
Well, this is actually a cover.
Is this a cover song?
Yeah, it's by a band called Fantagram.
Okay.
So if you're familiar with Fantagram, their music is a lot more electronic.
Okay.
And we sped it up and made it more of a punk kind of a feel.
Nice.
To theirs. So I'm a huge Fantagram fan, seen them live. And this is a song that when Will and I first started playing music together, this is one of the first songs we came up with together because it was kind of when we were recording before we got
I like
married.
it. It kind of stops and goes. It's got some breaks in it.
Yeah.
Would you classify this as punk?
I think it's rock, but especially because that Fantagram vibe, I would not call this a punk one, but we kind of give their song a more rock edge, I guess.
Now, the reason I ask is that the categories or the genres have, over my lifetime in music, have changed. A lot of the genres have, now we're fusion, right? We mix two genres together, and we have what, I remember the Dead Kennedys, KSOL, Sid Vicious. I'm going back a little bit, but, the real hardcore punk, right?
Final threat.
There you go.
Yeah.
And so then we kind of mixed in a little bit of fusion and it becomes something else.
Yeah.
grunge and all that other good stuff, right?
I think we get booked a lot with punk bands, and it's less about our sound being punk and more about our energy.
You're okay. So is your show kind of reflect that on the punk side? Do you get kind of crazy?
I mean, not like break stuff crazy, just like, you know. I mean,
we got expensive gear. We can't break it.
Like the Atomic Punks. What was that? The lady's name that stood on the bus, cut herself on fire. She was crazy, big, tall. Plasmatics.
Oh, Wendy O. Williams.
Wendy O. Williams. Do you remember that? She was a crazy son of a bitch. I used to love to watch that.
Yeah.
And I've always been a rock and roll guy. Grew up with Van Halen, Beach Boys, Jimi Hendrix, the Doobie Brothers, you know, and I go even further back, B.B. King. I love the blues stuff. Especially, I know Jake probably loves that being a guitar player. We're going back to Buddy Guy, B.B. King, all of the great, Eric Clapton, some of the great. I saw Eric Clapton play at the Roxy.
Oh, cool.
Some really cool stuff, man. You know, there is a benefit to being old like me. You know, you get to see some of these guys. And I remember sitting on the drum stage, Buddy Guy, Eric Clapton. They were down in LA for a show. And I snuck in behind the drummer and sat down and had a beer. And then up comes Eric Clapton and Buddy Guy. And they were there for an award show. They weren't even there to play. They just were friends. And I'm like, how did I get in here? I'm sitting here watching Eric Clapton. But I mean, you know, nostalgic, right? Some of the blues players, it's just awesome. And music has changed so much. And with musicians like yourselves, you're a collaborative group of very versatile musicians. And you come up with this almost like a new genre, a mix, right? A fusion, if you will. And you're bringing it all together, but it's so unique. If I heard you on the radio right now, I would know exactly who you are.
Cool.
I wouldn't be confused at all. I wouldn't think anyone else. And I think that's what the record companies are looking for. Call it a niche, call it what you want, call it unique. But the record companies like Curtain Call Records. And speaking of that, how have they done? Has things changed since you got signed with Curtain Call Records? Have you noticed anything different?
Oh, our stats definitely took a big jump up.
Yeah, that helps.
I feel like we've gotten a lot more listeners.
Okay. And you're on this show tonight.
Yep.
Because of Curtain Call Records.
Yep.
So I think that it was definitely a good thing. You know, have you been signed with any other labels in your career?
Not this band, no.
Okay. That's kind of cool. Brian's on the, if you want to say hi to Brian, there he is.
Hey,
Brian.
He says, that was very cool. Kind of ska, rock, punkish. He says they are energetic. He's on the chat right now.
Does it say anything about being a great kisser on there? Brian, yeah, we don't have, there's a Shola 3. Thank you for having me on the show. Gotta go. Eat baked potatoes with the family. That was from Shola. We got Tommy Brown on the text tonight. Tommy Brown is a big fan of the show. He said, hi, Dean. Does everyone say, hi, Tommy? How are you?
Hey, Tommy.
Hey, Tommy Brown. Thanks for chiming in, Tommy. And you could call into the show, too, if you want. And we got Almost Famous Productions. That's my other half. She's in the living room out there, and she kind of helps me moderate the chat. Says hi to everybody when I can't. And you'll see me sometimes. I'll go over to the laptop. But, man, I am so happy you guys are on the show tonight. You look great. You sound great. I love it when you have a lot of music. You guys sent me a ton. Here's some songs. I'm going to just kind of run down a list real quick to see if you I'm sure you'll recognize the songs.
You should play Come At Me, Bro.
Come At Me, Bro. There it is right there. Let me listen to that one. Hang on. Oh, man. I feel like I'm on a cruise ship or something right
The
there.
idea.
Oh, man.
Come at me, bro.
Nice.
Come at me, bro.
That's a genuine theremin in there.
That is so cool. It's like a little commercial, huh? That could be a cruise ship commercial.
We're trying to get into the elevator scene with that.
And of course, we played Cock Carousel. That was kind of fun. We have Muffin Fluff. Muffin Fluff. That just sounds like something I want to play. I don't know. You listen to it. There we go. The little beatnik thing going on. Click it. Nice move.
Here you come again, talking all that nonsense. Muffins off, falling out of your face. When I hear you speak, I get such a headache, and I can't wait for you to go away. I suck at pretending to care. Get me the hell out of here. Who cares what you got to say? The stairs leading to nowhere. I can't think about you today. You're just another empty head.
Listen to those drums.
Here you come again, talking all that nonsense. Muffins love falling out of your face. When I hear you speak, I got such a headache, and I can't wait for you to go away. I suck at pretending to care. Get me the hell out of here. Who cares what you got to say? The stairs leading to nowhere. I can't think about you today. You're just another empty head. Don't fall asleep. The day's feeling mean, and I said don't fall asleep. Ask me about blah blah. I suck at pretending to care. Not smile and say, get me the hell out of here. Who cares what you got to say? The stairs leading to nowhere. I can't think about you today. You're just another empty head. Who cares what you got to say? The stairs leading to nowhere. I can't think about you today. You're just another empty head. Empty head. Empty head. Empty head.
And that was for our listening audience out there tonight. You know, a lot of people aren't watching the show. They're just jamming down the road right now. That song really picks it up, man. It really gets grooving. Yeah. And what was going on in the back there? I heard some backup vocals mumbling something. You guys started laughing. What was that song? What's that song about? What's going on?
Oh, kind of mean.
It's like you guys are afraid to talk about your songs. There's so much.
It's you know, I mean, you ever kind of have to like talk to people that are just kind of, you're going through the motions, and you know they're
Yeah, I know what you're
don't
saying.
necessarily want to be there, and they're just saying words.
Yeah. I think that's where blah 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 came from.
Yeah.
The blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. So you guys are kind of like little bit pranksters, kind of like in your music.
Yeah, for sure.
So you're having
Like
a
I
lot of
said,
fun.
no one's safe.
No one
we
is
do like
safe.
we do like to leave some things up for the listener interpretation.
Sure. Yeah.
Absolutely. There's always a subliminal value to a song, right? It'll have a subliminal meaning or value, but or you guys intend it to have more than one.
I think that's my favorite thing as a lyricist is how what you start out talking about can actually change over the years because
Yeah.
of your experience at the time when writing something isn't the same, and years later it takes on a new meaning or it means something to someone else and it kind of becomes not yours anymore, you know. And I think the more you can leave it a little bit more vague so that
Up
people
to
can make it their
discretion,
own.
up to
Yeah,
the audience, the viewer discretion.
right.
Let them come up with what's that song about? What do you think it's about?
Yeah.
You know, like cock carousel. I mean,
What does it mean to you? How does it work in your life?
now do you guys have a lot of live stuff I see? Do you have any like studio videos that you want to play? I got Stuck With You out there. That looks like a live show.
Yeah.
Is it mostly live?
That's a cover we did of
It's a hybrid.
It's
cover.
a hybrid. It was
Oh.
the 12-foot ninja covering Huey Lewis, and we covered that.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah, but that we formed as a band because we were not supposed to form as a band.
Okay.
We started out of this this fundraiser called All Star Porn Jam. And,
Okay. Porn jam, you said?
Yeah, it's sure. So
Nice.
basically, it's not your people that you're supposed to be in a band with. It's your porn star team. You know,
Okay.
because that guy's crazy and you don't want to be in a band with him. But I do want to play one song with him. And so we play this yearly, and you know, we played it a number of times together, and we were like, you know, we're not supposed to, but maybe we could form a band, you know. But
You know, I don't mean to change the subject, but I want to talk. I forgot to talk about. You guys have had some big shows. You played with a lot of bands, and I noticed something caught my eye on your bio. Let's see here. It said you played with a whole bunch of bands, but I noticed Moody, Mickelson, Static and Surrender, Rebelle from Canada,
Rebelle.
Rebelle. Oh, got it. Rebelle, Canada, the Kingsmen, Ventures, Junior Cadillac, and it said Heart, and I love Heart.
Yeah.
Is that the Heart I'm thinking of?
It was members of Heart. Nancy and Ann weren't there, but
Okay, so members of Heart were there. Tell me the okay, let me continue. Merilee Rush, the Fabulous Wailers, I've heard of them, and the Sonics. But backing up to Heart, because they're one of my favorite female artist bands, or just bands of all time, right? I grew up with Heart, Barracuda, you name it. They just had some phenomenal songs. And God bless Ann Wilson right now. She's having some medical issues going on. And I saw her playing a recent gig on in a wheelchair, I think it was. I'm not sure exactly what's going on with her. I hope she sticks around for a while. What a phenomenal singer, but she was struggling during that performance. So, and but I'll get into that at a later time. But tell me a little bit about, and I'm going to ask you all this question in general. You can all answer individually if you like. What was the most fun or the most excitement you had on stage? And that could be playing with a band that you really admire or always look forward to playing with. And Stacy, I'll ask you the question. What was your favorite concert live you played in, the most exciting time you had on stage?
honestly, I really, it's not about the bands that we play with necessarily, although
Right,
sometimes I definitely geek out about playing with some pretty good bands. But
right.
for me, it's more about the fans, and
Yeah,
the best, most exciting, most fun shows I've had have been young audiences. So we don't, you know, I mean, we joke about being eldercore, but anytime we get in front of kids, you know, all ages shows or whatever, it's the energy from the kids, and I'm always kind of somewhat shocked. I'm like, oh, that young kid likes what we're doing. How awesome is that? So
Yeah.
for me, it's really all about
that's a
getting
big
in front of the
compliment too,
fans.
because you're playing to the new era, right? The new generation.
Yeah.
Not to rewind you too far there, but mentioning Heart, the gentleman who recorded our record actually recorded Ann Wilson's last solo record.
Wow.
And
Okay.
so he worked with them, and then the current drummer of Heart, which is Sean, He is currently on tour with Heart. He was actually my drum tech for the last time I was at the studio.
No shit. Wow.
Kind of a small world, but
Yeah, that's kind of cool, actually.
Mhm.
What about you, Will?
Good.
Tell me an exciting time on stage. You had to have one moment where you're like, you just felt real giddy, like this is exciting.
I love it when people are singing actually lyrics back to us. That gets me jacked. So
They know your songs.
Yeah, when they actually are, because it makes a big difference. You know, it's one thing to go and just say you know us, and then it's another thing when you look at it and you're like, no, they're mouthing our words, or we stop singing and someone's singing out of tune. Which one of this? It's not us, but we verified this. Who is that? Oh, it's someone who's supporting us.
I felt like the Beatles, like they're singing my song.
Yeah, that's huge, and
that is huge. That is huge to look out and someone knows your words to your song.
Anybody listening, if you come see us live, get the brownie points, learn the words, sing along.
Get on the website and get their music as well. Elliot, what about you? I mean, not Elliot. Is it Elliot? Yeah,
Yes,
Elliot. Give me an exciting time in your music.
Well, I mean, there's a million of them, but just overall, you mentioned it earlier, because of our name, we get booked with metal acts all the time. And it's hilarious.
I'll bet you do.
Because the booker never really listened to the band. It's Death by Overkill. Right. And so we are often put in the position of winning over a room full of metalheads, like Cookie Monster metal.
Oh my God.
And we always do.
do you guys play any metal? Like, can you break down and just like do some Metallica?
Well, we do some screaming stuff, but just that's like for the pirate song.
Yeah, I mean, I think they don't want to admit it, but I think we're a nice reprieve from.
Yeah.
You know, we're sandwiched in the middle of two bands like that. Nothing wrong with that genre whatsoever, but that's not what they're expecting. But they don't seem to hate it, and that's fun to win them over.
Yeah.
You have the versatility or the to change it up during a live show, I'll bet, to give people a little taste of this, a little taste of that. I was watching Matchbox 20. They were doing a gig at like the Forum. It was a big gig, and they just to have fun with the audience, all these bombs went off, and it turned into like a heavy metal concert for one song. And then he went back to Matchbox 20 and he goes, well, that's what we could do. Did you guys enjoy that? And it was like heavy metal, man. It was like bombs, and he was running around and his hair was on fire. I mean, these guys were having a ball. And it was Matchbox 20 doing a heavy metal song. It looked like I was watching Metallica or something. And they just did it as maybe a joke. Or did you guys come here to see this? And it just showed that bands like you that are so versatile can do just about anything you want. You could do reggae, jazz, pop, heavy metal, punk, grunge if you wanted to, blues. You could break out in blues. I mean, you could do all that, and you guys probably do.
We like it all, so why not do it all?
But Death by Overkill, when someone goes to see you guys, what I've been playing tonight is pretty much what they're going to hear, correct?
Right.
And
then the songs that unreleased as well.
And unreleased. Tell me about the new music coming up, and then we'll head towards wrapping up. Tell me what you got planned.
Well, right now I think it's we're filling in the gaps. So it's been basically what haven't we done? I know that we have some goals of we definitely need to write some music where we swap instruments mid song. That's one of the goals, and so we're like, okay. And then we need a big theremin song, and I want to get some more keys in there too. So I think more kissing.
So you guys have some new material, and you know what? I'm sorry, I keep jumping around. I noticed a song called Cucumber Ranch.
Oh yeah,
That's a crowd favorite.
And it just caught my eye. I'm growing cucumbers in my garden this year, so but I have to know. I have to know. Let's listen to it and I'll ask you what it's about.
Check out my selection of the Cucumber Ranch. So creamy.
So people, you can call in during the show. I'll put the phone number up on the screen and give us a call.
So dreamy. I see you alright. No picket fences for you, you're not the type I want. Shame you for not wanting that. You still deserve affection, a purpose and a plan. Well, I can help you be part of something. I got something for everyone, and you feel a need, so follow me. Now's your chance, be part of my selection of the cucumber branch.
Nice.
So creamy. How do you like your salad? So dreamy. How do you like your salad now? I can't blame you. One, give me all your money. I can't blame you. One, give me all your money. I can't blame you. One, give me all your money. I can't blame you. One, give me all your cucumber branch. How do you like your salad? So creamy. I can't blame you. Wanna give me all your money. I can't blame you. Wanna give me all your money. Cucumber branch. How do you like your salad? So creamy. I can't blame you. Oh, give me all your money. I can't blame you. Oh, give me all your money.
Oh, shit.
For the music nerds out there, that's an
I heard cucumber salad. It's creamy dressing or something like that. You know, you guys are fun. You're a fun band, and I really want everyone to come out and see you guys play. And they're out in Seattle, Washington, and if you roll back the tape, I announced some tour dates. They're going to be playing all over the place, but go to their website. Go to the website deathbyoverkill.com, as it's spelled, and go check out their dates and go down and see them play and buy their album. It's on vinyl. They got Come On Bro. Is it Come On Bro?
Come at me, bro.
Come at me, bro. And they got the new album out. And I want everyone to go out and get that and go listen to the music. Just Google them. You'll find them on all the streaming sites and what have you. But primarily, or go to the website and buy their merch. That's how we make the money. I'm an artist. I have a website. I sell my music there. Yes, I'm on Spotify and iHeartRadio and all that. But we need a little bit of money to pay for, all the stuff that we do. We buy equipment. We do marketing, we do flyers. That vinyl wasn't cheap to do. So, doing all that costs money. Yes, we have jobs, but at the same time, we still need to, go out, support the band. And I always say that on every show, go support the band, and don't do it through Spotify. Go to the website. And it's so nice that you guys have a website, or you have a place that they can go and, just see what you guys are all about. Tour dates, merch, media, contact you, bios on each member, learn a little bit about the members of the band and what have you. But I do want to thank you guys for doing the show tonight. We're heading up to about an hour and a half on the show. That's pretty typical. And I'm going to have all the links for everything that you do. This video or this podcast will go out tonight on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Rumble. And then when I post-edit it, I'm going to redo it and send it back out to 105 countries and over 50 podcast platform sites. So you'll be able to see this band all around the world: Germany, Japan, Finland, Brazil, over 105 countries. It's amazing. So people get to know you, and hopefully they'll buy your merch and they'll listen to your music and get to know who you guys are. And I wish you the best of luck, in your careers. And is there anything you want to say to your fans and audience before we take off?
Thanks for hanging in with us. Thank you, Dean, for having us. And thanks everybody who listened tonight. Thank you, Scott, for calling in.
Very cool.
Stay
Very
fresh,
cool.
cheese bags.
And Scott won the coffee mug tonight. Congratulations, Scott.
As he should have.
I'm going to play a little outro video, and I want to thank you guys for doing the show. It's been my pleasure and my honor.
Thank you.
And
Thanks
please stay in touch with me. Let me know. Yeah, stay in touch with me and let me know what you guys are doing. And you guys always have an open door to come back on the show.
Thank you.
brother.
Thank you so much.
You're absolutely welcome. And good night.
The apple don't fall too far from the crazy tree. Hit every branch on the way down to your knees. Sad, lonely little child, don't know where you're from, 'cause Pandora's box was filled with all kinds of fun.